Hey guys, what's going on? It's Blake Ruffino from Are You Serious Sports. And this AYS short is brought to you by betonline.ag. BetOnline is the fastest and easiest way for you to bet on all your sporting action. BetOnline has you covered for all the news, scores, odds, and updates. It's literally the best way for you to place all your bets, and the best thing is it's free to sign up. Head on over to their website. Again, that's betonline.ag. Use your mobile device to sign up today and receive your 50% welcome bonus for your first deposit. Again, that's betonline.ag. Betonline.ag. I'm not going to empty the clips. I'm not going to go hashtag full-on Ruffino's rants here. But we do need to talk about something. You know, there was a lot of times during this offseason and even last year when I questioned media members. You remember when we had Glenn Guilbeau on the show, and we had a pretty spirited debate. He was cordial. I was cordial. We talked about it. We got through it. But some people have questioned me honestly in reference to Ed Orgeron and some of the media members that are taking pot shots at him. Now, some of it, yeah, I could see where it may be a little bit warranted. And I do think that Ed's not a perfect human being nor a perfect coach. But the level and magnitude of what Ed Orgeron's going through from his own local media is I'm starting to question that. Now, if you didn't see it, this week Ed Orgeron went in front of the Baton Rouge Rotary Club. In the Rotary Club, I guess press conference, if you will, Ed Orgeron was asked, let's call him what he was and what he is a booster who asked Ed Orgeron a question, what did he need to do in reference to starting his business so that he can start paying LSU players and LSU football players through name, image, and likeness? Ed Orgeron stated, and I'm quoting, please call Tarek Panamsky, and we're going to do this legally. Ed Orgeron said in his press conference about name, image, and likeness that we're going to do this legally. He said that 4 times. Now, the question has been, is it illegal for Ed Orgeron to say call Derek Panamsky? It's not. So this whole narrative, if you'd actually read a book or read the law, you would know that someone reaching out to LSU is not about name, image, and likeness. It's not illegal. The University of Miami is doing the same exact thing and has had same communications with, I forget the MMA gym that Dustin Poirier is a part of. It's slipping my mind. American Top Team. American Top Team and their CEO is up in Miami 2 and 3 times a week meeting with compliance and administration. And what Derek Panamsky will do is get these individuals over to compliance. Now, yesterday, politely, Jordy Culotta on the Culotta Show said that Ed Orgeron doing that is a PR nightmare. Now, I'm not going to rip on Jordy. I honestly think Jordy does a fantastic job at what he does. But he has said some things over the last couple of weeks and the last couple of days that start to question about Ed Orgeron and about what he's doing. How is Ed Orgeron a PR nightmare, as Jordy alluded to on his show yesterday? So let's go through it. Now, there are some things that I will give to you. The Bo Pelini comment, I'll give to you. I'm not going to really give you the shirt off running around campus because when Ed Orgeron was doing that in 2019, everybody praised him. So if you're talking about Title IX being Ed Orgeron being a PR nightmare, if it's Title IX, so what exactly is Ed Orgeron the PR nightmare? What part of that is under him? Is it Gloria Scott? Yeah, you might remember Gloria Scott, the individual who said that Darius Geis, while she was working at the Superdome, said something very inappropriate to her and that she reached out to LSU and wanted something to happen. We have videotape. We have audio tape of Gloria Scott calling LSU administration saying that she spoke with Sharon Lewis. Now, we all know who Sharon Lewis is. Sharon Lewis is the individual who worked for LSU, who's now suing LSU for $50 million. Gloria Scott says that she calls Sharon Lewis. This isn't my words. This is Gloria Scott's words.
And now that she's talked with Sharon Lewis, she wants LSU to pay her money. So is that part of Ed Orgeron? So let's go to Sharon Lewis. Is it Sharon Lewis who's suing LSU for $50 million? And what's crazy about this is that same individual, Sharon Lewis, that's suing LSU for $50 million, not once named Ed Orgeron in her lawsuit. Is that part of Ed Orgeron being a PR nightmare? Or is that everything that LSU's done beforehand a PR nightmare? And you want to blame it on Ed because of what happened last season on the field. Now, I've said multitudes of times, let me get the right number here. So to the 191 people that are watching us this morning, if you want to come in the comments and have the debate about Ed Orgeron and LSU and what happened on the field, completely okay with that. I'm fine with that. I will have the debate with you. I might not agree with you. I'll have the debate. But when it comes to Title IX, when it comes to everything that's going on off the field, we have to wait. We have to wait. Because if you don't wait for due process, you know what this is going to look like and what it's starting to turn into on the surface. Do you remember Duke lacrosse? Do you remember what happened during Duke lacrosse when a assistant district attorney withheld information on the 3 individuals that got arrested from Duke University? And the media and the PR that ripped on these 3 kids from Duke, that ripped on Duke's administration, only for them to be found innocent and the assistant district attorney to be arrested because he withheld information. What part of that PR they've already done it. The media has already done things and always has done things that have been suspect. You think they're not doing that on Ed Orgeron? So when we take the curtain back, when we pull the curtain away, what PR nightmare has Ed Orgeron been? There's some things I will give you. There's some things that he said that's not good. You know who else has done that before? Nick Saban. Remember when he screamed and yelled at Maria Taylor and then had to come out a couple days later and apologize because he's acting like a little brat and a piece of shit? Screaming at Maria Taylor. So quit asking. That's not what we're supposed to do here. My wife closed the door because I'm starting to yell. She closed the door. I wanted to be careful with that one. Kenny Russell on Facebook Live says he called you out specifically too. Yeah, I heard him, but he wasn't rude. Tully Blanchard sends us 99 stars on Facebook. We appreciate that. I'm going to get to comments on Facebook, guys. I can still see them. I'm having to monitor. But yeah, one thing I want to talk about the most here is Jordy said yesterday on his show that media members are pointing and laughing at LSU, and in the context, he's talking about Ed Orgeron. I would love to know the media members that are laughing and pointing fingers at Ed Orgeron. I've gone on major rants on this. I've told you this is what they're doing. Some people laughed at me when I said that this was going on. USA Today, multitudes, Matt Moscona, other ones have done this. But I do ask for in the spirit of debate, which media members are pointing and laughing at Ed Orgeron? You can't make that comment and think that LSU fans aren't entitled to who's making fun of their head coach. Who's pointing and laughing at LSU? And especially who's pointing and laughing at LSU football? Because the last time I checked, when it comes to on the field, you can't do that. Who is doing